Good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
Professor Reed. Thank you once again because you allow me this opportunity to interview you for my assignment.
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay, so let's start. So what is your current job title?
Oh, I'm professor of computer programming and analysis,
Okay,
which is I'm a tenure track professor, meaning that I will, and hopefully in 3 more years, I'll get tenure, meaning a continuing contract.
okay. So was it something you planned to do, or is it just happened along the way?
It just kind of happened along the way. I mean, originally, a long time ago, when I was an undergraduate, I was in psychology. I thought I wanted to be a psychologist.
Okay.
And I actually went to graduate school for a while in psychology, but I discovered there were not any jobs there. So I began doing computer programming on the side to get to pay the rent and eat. And I discovered that that's something I really enjoyed doing, and it's been a successful career for me ever since.
Okay. Wow. That's a big changes from psychology to computer.
Yeah, most people change fields, fields at least once or more.
Okay,
in their
so
careers.
what do you enjoy most about teaching?
Oh, I enjoy working with students. I enjoy working with technology. I enjoy working with students both online and face-to-face classes particularly, and I enjoy all the technological things that I can do, build with students and projects, those kind of things.
Okay, but if there's something that you would regret in your career, what would it be?
Oh, yeah, I wish I told you I went to graduate school in psychology. I wish that I had actually gotten a degree. I went to school for many years, and I never actually got a PhD, and I should have just along the way. Even if I didn't work in the field, I should have finished up I should have gotten that degree.
Wow, awesome, man.
I do have a master's degree in computer science.
Computer
but that's different,
science.
yeah.
Okay. So, what motivates you to wake up every day and come to work?
Oh, just mostly that I enjoy this job. I mean, some days on a good day I get paid to do exactly what I would do for free anyway. So outside here.
So, is this something you learned from college that you're still using today and you're using outside of teaching?
Oh yeah. I mean, from way back from my undergraduate degrees, I learned a lot of logic. Of course, I had classes in philosophy and logic. Those turned out to be very relevant to software development because programming, coding at least, is a lot about logic.
Okay.
From my graduate work in psychology, I learned about statistics, and I actually learned, and that's been very useful to me along the way.
Okay.
And of course, my master's degree from Webster in computer science, I learned about databases and networking, stuff I didn't really know much about at the time, which was very useful to me.
Okay. So what would be an advice for a student, not for the field of your study, but just to go when you go to college in general? What would be your best advice for a student so that it can be successful and finish a program and lead a good job?
I think the most important thing is to try to find opportunities to work with the faculty outside of your classes, not just in your classes, but to do some research with faculty members or do work with faculty members. Generally speaking, I think that's one of the best things that you can do.
Okay. So, how you combine your purpose in life with teaching or with computer programming?
Oh, well, computer programming is because it's a creative activity, and it's an outlet. So if you and especially if you build electronic devices and then program them.
Okay.
So I enjoy that because it focuses on the creative, and also of course enjoy the idea that in teaching I'm conveying, my skills in a field that's been very good to me to subsequent generations of students who hopefully will find it good for them.
Okay. In your years of teaching, have you ever told a student, listen, computer programming is not for you, but do something else?
Yes, we see that in our introductory computer programming class. We have there's a pretty high withdrawal rate.
Okay.
And that has to do not so much with people who can't do the work, sometimes.
Okay.
It's more about people who discover it's not something they want to do.
Okay.
So if you want to go in, if you're going into computer programming because you want to get a job, I mean that's good. But if you don't find it interesting, then you will not. You won't persevere. You won't succeed. So I think part of what's happening is we're weeding out the people who really enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Okay, that's the best
You
advice.
have to enjoy the work you do. And
Yeah,
it's important to, even if you can't enjoy all the work you do, you gotta find something in the work you do
Something,
that's enjoyable.
Okay, that's one of the questions I was going to ask. Was it money that was your first motive, or was it just because you love computer?
It was a combination. I
Combination.
needed the money.
Okay.
So, and when I was in school, I just got married.
Mhm.
I was broke. I mean, I had no income. I had some scholarships, but
Okay.
they paid my tuition, but they didn't pay my rent or my food.
Mhm.
So I had to do something. So I went in, but I discovered that I really, really liked it, and I spent a lot more time learning computer programming than was justified by the money I was getting, because I wasn't getting that much money.
Okay, okay. So, what would you say you like the least about your job?
Oh, grading. I hate grading because it's tedious, and I think although students would not agree with me, and maybe the administration would not agree with me, I think it is the least important part of education.
Okay.
The most important part is what you learn, and learning is important. Grades are just like an indicator, maybe, of that.
Okay, okay. So, what would you be an advice for me if I want to be? I'm going to school for electrical engineering, but if I want to, I think programming is a part of what I'm going to do, because I've seen kids who are in this program. They build something, they program it.
Sure.
I've done a little bit of programming.
Oh, good.
And gate or not gate, just a little bit. I don't know if it's programming, but
You do the same thing in software that
yeah,
you do there in
so
hardware. Sure, it's like
yeah.
that.
So, what would you be? Okay, what are the quality or the skills required to be a programmer?
Logical and critical thinking. In other words, the ability to solve problems by thinking step by step.
Okay.
The ability to do two things at once, which are kind of difficult to do at the same time. You have to keep the big picture.
Okay.
You have to keep in mind the problem, the solution, and step by step, and think logically. You also have to be obsessed with the details.
Okay.
So you might know exactly what you want to do, but if you leave out a semicolon or you leave out a space,
Wow.
your program won't work. So you have to do that. You have to do two things at the same time. You have to keep the big picture, and you have to be
The
very
details.
detail oriented.
Okay.
And there are people who can do one and not the other sometimes.
Okay. Mr. Wade, it was a pleasure. It was a great experience interviewing you, even though it wasn't that long. And
That's okay.
So I learned a lot, and thank you very much. And I wish you more successful in everything you do in life.
Okay, well, I enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.